Hello everyone and welcome to the stream. Hope you're all ready for some excellent racing today. We've got some good things on the ticket for you today because we've got sprint racing at Silverstone, which is going to be very good fun indeed. I certainly am looking forward to it. So drivers are underway in qualifying at the minute, so let's hop on. If we can, let's take that away. There we go. Cool. And there we go. We should be absolutely flying now. And we're on board with Bartek Kujovski right now. Now flipping over to Jan Ivanov. So, drivers just preparing their laps for the moment. It looks like who have we got out front there? Marvin Reisenhauer down at Club Corner, going through Vale Chicane, and working his way through the lap at the moment. Silverstone built on a aircraft field from World War II. That's why we have such names like the Wellington Straight and Hangar Straight. Wellington Straight, that's where the Wellington bombers used to take off from. Interesting little fact about this circuit. And that's exactly where Mr. Reisenhauer is coming up to now. In fact, let's go on board with Reisenhauer and check out a lap here of Silverstone. So let's go on board. And we are just preparing the lap in GT3. Use the National Pit Straight as the start-finish line. So just approaching that now as we go across the line to start a new lap into Copse. Flick the car right, and not using an awful lot of the track on exit. So Marvin keeping it nice and tidy as we come into the legendary Maggots Beckett's, eating up those curbs as we go left, right, and then through Chapel on the way down the Hangar Straight. And we make our way then into Stowe. Slightly uphill, then the track falls away as we work our way down to the Vale Chicane. On the right hand side there is where the Formula 1 cars enter the pit lane. But that's not where we are going today. And then around Club Corner. Tricky on par there. The car constantly wants to slide sideways. And we flick the car in very high speed right-hander. Then as we go to the Farm and Abbey Complex. The new section built in 2012. Around the hairpin. As we then flick the car left onto the Wellington Straight and go up under the bridge. As we come down to Luffield and Woodcote, left here, flick the car in, use, again, very wide of the apex there is Marvin. And probably could have taken a bit more out of there. But keeping it tidy for now. We are just trying to set a valid lap time at the moment as we come up to the line. Whereabouts is it going to place us? So for now, P3 for Reisenhauer. Very wide on exit there, and unfortunately does then invalidate that lap. So it was good there on the previous lap that he did keep it tidy so that it was a valid lap. So Val Thunder in par at the front here today. 157.887, the top lap time so far. Levi Jennings, though, trying to improve. 3/10 up on his lap at the moment and is about to go purple. So he's found a good bit of time to try and challenge Val Thunder here today. Hello, Beldy. Why are you not out qualifying? Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, no. Anyway, so Mr. Beldy, Vaverka as well, the ones serving qualifying bans. Yes, exactly, Nico. Very good as well. Superb. So, round 9 of the season. That brings then us very close to the end of the season. Gap at the front, 20 points. 100 points still on the table for the drivers this season. And the gap for the championship down to 20 points. A lot of that is due to Val Thunder, unfortunately, DNFing their previous round. He's already taken 5 wins this season. And Marvin hasn't quite got a win yet, but he is only 20 points behind Val Thunder, so it's still all to play for. But Val Thunder doing a great job here to do what he needs to do to bring home the points. Although Levi Jennings saying 157.845 to take pole for the moment. Apologies, thank you, Nico. Vaverka doesn't have a quali ban. It's a pit lane start, so yep, it doesn't really make sense to go out there and qualify. You just use up a little bit extra energy and concentration that you could use to try and make your race the best it can be. So, watch me bin it on Formation Lab. Maxim, please don't. That's the math trap. We don't want to see any math traps here today. Let's see. Oh, Florian Voller up there in P5. So in the 159.2s right now. So quite a bit off of pole position. Yeah, Jennings on pole. So Jennings found a good bit of pace here. Jan Ivanov down the grid a little bit here today in P13. We'd be expecting him to be a little bit further towards the front. They are possibly ahead, aren't they? What is the current gap looking like? So, yeah, about 0.8 is the gap between P2 and P3. 0.8, 0.6, no, 0.4. I can do math, me. Where's Gaps? Gaps, why are you not on? Gaps, please. No, not race Gaps. There? Makes a bit more sense, doesn't it? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, and yeah, quite a big gap between P2 and P3, and then a huge gap between 3 and 4. So we might very well see a very close race for the win here. But P3, Marvin Reisenhauer might have a pretty quiet race here today. Mr. Beldy is going to have to do the the controller mode, unfortunately. Then you'll have all the controller hacks for that, which would be pretty darn sweet. I mean, control hacks? I didn't say that. Oh, I don't know what you mean. So, That was a very quick qualifying session. It's kind of caught me out there a little bit because it's already closed out. Just 10 minutes for the drivers to qualify today because it is the sprint format. So Sandy Whitman coming across the line to finish his lap. And that then completes that for now. Let's hop on over back to the good old thumbnail and chat a little bit then about that qualifying session. Before we do that, though, let me just see. Oh, we don't have an ad. Oh, right, okay. Twitch, please. What are you doing? I wanted to give you all an advert, you know? Anyway, so, qualifying. Levi then has done what he needs to do to put it on pole here today, but because it is the sprint format, then that could be all change for the second race if he loses position. It's all going to be about how the positions end up at the end of the sprint race. We've got 25 minutes of racing that the drivers can do to nail down a small chunk of points. But then that sets the grid for the big race, 45 minutes. That then gives them a bigger chunk of points, very similar to how the F1 sprint races used to work. It is a very cool little format and new for this season. And as our wonderful viewers, let us know, how has it felt with the sprint formats this season? I know their first one didn't go very well, but the second one I thought worked very well indeed. And maybe after today, we will know more as well. Now we're just waiting on the drivers to get ready. There we go. All drivers on the grid now. We will hit the go-go button, which will get us all underway. And always good to remember to switch over to the game screen as well. We don't want you guys missing out on that race start. No mandatory pit stop here today, so we don't need to get that uploaded, but we do want to see the grid. So, Levi Jennings, as we say, on pole. What can he do from there? Is he going to be able to run away from this man, Mr. Val Thunder? Screen, please. There we go. Thank you. Ooh, unfortunately, we don't have Mr. Valthunder's new livery here today. Apologies, Valthunder. We'll have to get that fixed before next round, hopefully. Marvin Reisenhauer then in P3. Can he get himself that podium position there today? Can he get forward if something major happens at the front? No, Val Thunder, that may very well just be I didn't sync beforehand. If I have time, then I will leave and resync before we do start the race. Florian Voller in P5 then. And what can he do from there? And Alex Pissarro in P6. Joel Carnling P7 and 8. In fact, you know what? Let's just reduce this a little bit so it does zoom through a bit more. Not that short. And Joel Carnling 7. Matteo Lorenzetti 8. Not that quick. Oh my goodness. Well, it wouldn't be a Mav stream if there was not some technical issues. Okay, we will be right back then. Hopefully while the drivers are on formation lap, we can go away and do a sync and be back before the race start. Please don't go anywhere. go, everyone. Thank you very much for your patience. Let's get back over to the cars. There we go. Mr. Valthunder, if you are listening, you'll be glad to know your lovely new livery is now visible. Apologies for that. But let's just take a look at that, actually, while we are waiting for the drivers on their hot lap. So, lovely livery there for Valthunder, with the lightning bolt on it, of course. So, lovely to see that on the car. Let's go up to Helicam, and there's the gold livery of Levi Jennings at the moment. Is out there in front for today. Philip Ververke and Brandon Fuller both starting from the pit lane. So we're only going to have 17 cars at the actual race start here today. But car number 35 and car 333 will have to serve drive-thrus before the start of the race. Not before the start, during the first couple of laps, apologies. So we will probably see them dive into the pits quite early here today. But with it being 2 races, essentially, it's not as much of a penalty. So I got quite lucky with serving it today. Well, Mr. Jennings didn't need luck to put that on pole, but let's see what he can do in this race as the drivers come up to prepare for the race start. Down towards Copse. Who's going to be first into Copse? Coming up to the line. Green, 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 and away we go. It is a good start from both drivers in the lead. Great start from Wilson, actually, who overtakes Reisenhauer at the start. Our P1 and P2 both side by side still, though, but Valthunder thinks better of going side by side through Beckett's and allows Levi Jennings to go ahead for the moment. But he's rapidly closing in then down the Hanger Straight and through the rest of the grid. Everything looking relatively clean at the moment, but look how much that BMW is pulling alongside. And around the outside it's Stowe. Can it be done? Oh, that would have been a very brave move indeed. And a very cool move if that had been pulled off. But doesn't quite work. Down into the Vale chicane. Oh, a little bit of a mistake there from Wilson and Reisenhauer in behind. No one really takes advantage. So they are holding position at the moment. Let's go back to AutoCam. Now, that's it. We've got half a lap done. Jennings and Valthunder right tip to tail. All the way through Abbey Farm. Reisenhauer trying to find a way through Stanley Wilson. Is he going to dive down the inside? He thought about it. But thought better of it. And now Florian Voller, his teammate, is going to be catching up a bit to him as Lorenzetti dropping down the field a little bit. Car number 59 having some problems. What happened there? So it's car 88 he's battling with. And yeah, hits Ververke. And unfortunately, spins himself out. So Lorenzetti having problems at the start of this race. Reisenhauer has dropped 2.3 seconds behind Valthunder. So the field already dropping a little bit behind the front runners. Rihanna and Fixery both into the pits to serve their drive-thrus. Getting them out of the way nice and early. But that gap between P2 and 3 opening up. And Reisenhauer is not going to have an easy day today. It's not going to be a quiet P3 because Stanley Wilson and Florian Voller both desperately wanting that P3 as well. So we can see there the biggest winners there today is Kajewski, already up to P8, 7 positions. So good start there for Bartek, car number 48. And car 304 doing a good job to leapfrog quite a few cars as well. And quite a few battles down towards the back here as well. Let's see if we can see who else out there. Really, this is probably our closest battle. A couple of other cars. Well, there's a big chain from Nick Neville downwards. And they're all very close on track, as Kajewski, unfortunately, having some problems there. Let's see. Is Flo going to go for the move? He's going to try it. He's very close to Stanley. Putting as much pressure as he can on to Stanley Wilson. And that has caused Stanley to drop a little bit. That is not too bad at all, Nico. Thank you very much. Only 8 contacts all the way up to lap 2, so the driver's doing very well here today to keep it nice and clean. Great to see. Let's go on board with Val Thunder, who is getting very close to Jennings ahead. Helicam through Stowe. Can he hold it around the outside? It looks like that move just isn't going to come off. He's probably got to send it down the inside of Stowe to have any kind of chance. These cars rather low on downforce for being able to go around the outside of Stowe. It's a move that is possible, but in GT, you probably need quite a large tyre delta for it to be able to come off. Which right now the drivers won't have. This being a sprint type race. Florian Voller still applying pressure to Mr. Wilson ahead. Who's still holding off for the moment. And actually, Flo looks like he has the fastest Sector 1 time as well, so Flo's got some good pace here today. But the top 5 at the moment all holding position from their qualifying. But still very early days yet. Sandy overtaking Maxim. In fact, Mr. Beldy going very wide indeed, and might even get overtaken by Kajewski as well. Oh, Maxim going very deep. Nice. Ooh, and makes contact with the Mercedes. That, unfortunately, was a bit of a self-spin. Thankfully, he's the only one that ends up punished with that one. Ooh, car number 48 pulling over to the side of the road. Hopefully everything is okay. But that's not looking wonderful. There is that some kind of issue. He's come back to the pits, so that looks like that might very well be a retirement. Fixery battling Scarlet for P16. Car number 333 and car number 35 teammates, if I'm not mistaken. So this could be a fun little battle. Lorenzetti looks like he'll be the next one involved in something. Trying to move down the inside of Vaverka. Lovely move. Vaverka, I think, almost being too kind there, or maybe just breaking a little bit too late. And Lorenzetti up to P11, Vaverka down to P12. Working their way through the field. Accident happening to car number 35. Let's take a look at the replay here, see what happened. So Scarlett Rihanna's still ahead. Something happens to Scarlett, which does drop her down the field a little. It's contact with that car in front, and then car number 35 also makes contact with that BMW, and was a bit of a kerfuffle there, unfortunately. So they've lost a little bit more time once again. And this, again, with this being a sprint race, plenty of time to recover in the long 45-minute race, but still not ideal for those guys. So, let's just take a little look again at this battle for the lead. Thank you, camera, for swapping. That's exactly what I want. I was about to talk about Val Thunder, but Stanley Wilson and Florian Voller in a very kind of similar position as Jennings and Val Thunder at the moment. Gap is about 1 second, and just hanging around there at the moment. It doesn't look like Val Thunder has the pace advantage over Jennings at the moment. Jennings just pumping in the 57s. Val Thunder hasn't quite made it into the 57s yet. So, advantage Jennings for the moment. Tell you who's making good moves though, Jan Ivanov. Catching Joel Carling here. Jan up 6 positions since the start of the race. Joel Carling up 1. It is a 7.8 second gap to Florian Voller ahead. So these guys are going to battle for P6, and that's probably going to be the best they can do today. And I think they'll be pretty happy with that if that is where they finish. Some good racing. And some good opportunities then in race 2, if that's where they are going to be starting. A little bit of a slide on there in the BMW. Or is he just struggling a little bit with the rear traction here today? And now over to Jan's teammate. Instead of putting the pressure on, Jonathan Crossan getting pressure from Matteo Lorenzetti behind. Up they come to Kopp's corner. 0.5 second gap between the two. So very close to the... Ooh, very nice drift. All the way through Kopp's corner for car number 59. Mercedes just looking that little bit more planted, but the McLaren certainly looking a lot faster indeed. So for the moment, this battle looking like it can continue for a little bit. Valthunder closing down the fight at the front. 0.8 of a second between Valthunder and Jennings. 0.5 now. We're going to have to... Ooh, much closer than 0.5. So Valthunder all of a sudden very close. I think that was probably a mistake from Jennings somewhere. Let's go on board and hopefully we might very well be able to see what happened. It was a track cut somewhere. I don't know if 30 seconds back is going to be enough to catch it, but let's see what we can see anyway. No, I think we missed it, but Jennings somehow cutting the track, losing a little bit of pace this lap, and dropping just that little bit of time to Valthunder. Yeah, 58.5 this lap, so half a second slower than previous laps, whereas Valthunder 58.3. So retaining that really good pace. Just hang in there the best that he possibly can. Now, the ultimate question is, does Valthunder really need to risk going for the win here? I know we're all racing drivers at the end of the day, but he has a 20-point gap to Marvin Reisenhauer and a 75-point gap to Levi Jennings ahead here. He can pretty much relax for most of the rest of this season. Does he want to? Well, you don't want to give wins away, but at the same time, a safe P2 is an awful lot better than a very crashy P10. Four out of 11 incidents penalty worthy so far. That is very interesting indeed. So, start of this race has been super duper clean. It's great to see. It tends to as the season goes on. Obviously, drivers do end up gaining more penalty marks as the season goes on, in which case they do tend to get more and more careful as the season goes on. But also, the ones that do get an awful lot of penalty marks tend to get filtered out very quickly. So less incidents get caused overall. Hopefully this one isn't going to end in an incident, but this is very close. Matteo Lorenzetti right on the tail of Jonathan Crossland. 9 minutes to go in this race, so not very much longer. Lorenzetti wants to try and get into that top 10 for the second race. He's putting the pressure on, but he just seems to just not quite have enough delta to be able to pull up alongside enough. Through Maggots Beckett's. Let's see how we get on. Absolutely throwing the car over the curbs. Little bit wide there, which is going to make this section of Beckett's a little bit tighter and this section of Chapel a little bit tighter. So Crossland getting on throttle earlier, so he does make a bit more of a gap. So down into Stowe, there's not going to be an opportunity to pass. And so we are on the leader's wing right now, looking back towards Criso Valantis Valthunder. That's how the gap's looking at the moment. Lorenzetti has closed in an awful lot through the Vale chicane. I wonder, is it the slow speed corners is where he is getting all of the advantage. No, hang on. Sorry everyone, apologies. Let me just... Bye-bye, ban you. No, we don't want cheap whatever it is you were selling. And go away, bots. Oh, Florian Voller has caught right up to Stanley Wilson. So coming down towards the end of this race, drivers are really starting to come alive a little bit. Let's see what the gap is looking like for now. Florian Voller is on the bumper of that McLaren ahead. Oh, Valthunder, yellow flag. And he's dropped a lot of time to Levi Jennings. So let's just leave that battle just a moment. He is on the tail of Levi here. But, oh, just gets a little bit wide at Chapel. And that dips a tyre into the grass. It almost spins the car out. But thankfully, he had enough of a gap to Marvin Reisenhauer, so he doesn't drop position. But that does then mean that Levi gets a huge amount of breathing room ahead. And that leaves then Florian Voller and Stanley Wilson as the closest battle on track at the moment. Lorenzetti and Crossland very close behind. This one, 4P4. If Flo can get this, it would allow the team then to get a P3, P4. Good points for the team. Lorenzetti gonna have a go. And on the outside of Rossland, I think he'd actually already overtaken him by the time the camera swapped there. So let's go back to this one instead. We've got a helicam this one, don't we? Down towards Cops. This will be a beautiful view. Nick Neville all the way up to P9. That'll be a great result for Nick, if he can hold on to that. Flo trying to get as close as he can in towards Cops. Oh, that's very wide from Stanley. That might mean Flo is earlier on the throttle, but Beckett's coming up. It's hard to follow through here. Although these cars don't have as much downforce as Formula-type cars, still they do rely on downforce for cornering. And he's gaining. Oh, a little jink to the outside, trying to put him off. But Stanley's wise to it. Doesn't fall for that one. Into the Vale chicane. And through Club. Looks like that McLaren is just has a little bit more of a lively front end. He was able to keep the nose an awful lot tighter through Club corner than the Ferrari was. But Florian hanging on as best as he can. Can he get an opportunity down towards Luffield Woodcote? He's going to go right the outside. That would be very brave indeed. A little bit of a wiggle, though, under the brakes. And that makes it difficult to follow. That's what it looks like then from that seat. Oh, a big tank slapper from Flo just as we go on board. That is unfortunate. That was shaping up to be quite the battle, but that might be enough of a gap now for Stanley to be able to just run away with it. And Flo might very well be kicking himself after that one. He closed right up, he did all the hard work, and unfortunately, gave it away a little. So let's go on board with Philip Faverka instead then, who is putting the pressure on Crossland. So Crossland back to his qualifying position. Viverka up 6 positions. Brandon up 6 positions as well. But Brandon a long way back from this battle and probably will not be able to get involved before the end of the race. So let's just take a little look here a moment. Where are you, Mr. Neville? Nick Neville, there we go. Best position so far, P7. So, okay, Nick wouldn't quite match his P7 of last race. Leader is on the final lap of the race, then we get confirmation. And so, Jennings leads Valthunder. Valthunder with the fastest lap of the race. He did get down into the 57s then, but just was not quite able to hold on to that pace, and that mistake that lost him about 3 seconds. He hasn't really recovered from. So right now, Jennings in the pound seat as Kajewski is back on track. That's good to see. Still out there. Will score points. Well, for sprint, I think it might be slightly different, actually. Probably should know that. So, might not get points here today, but at least he will get a position on the qualifying grid for race 2, where everything gets reset to 0, and we go again. Before we do, Lorenzetti trying to get through some traffic as someone ahead goes very wide through. That was Maggotts Beckett's. Car number 35 in the pits. And what is that for? Is that a track limit penalty? I wonder. Potentially a track limit drive-through. Flow back on the bumper of Stanley Wilson. So this isn't over yet. Only a couple of corners to go, so it's not be difficult. Yeah, it was. Car number 35 drive-through on lap 13 rather. So towards the end of this race, unfortunately, car number 35 losing a few positions as a result of track limits. Flo is going to try this. It's a desperate move down the inside. He wanted that one, but Stanley Wilson was wise to it. Levi Jennings does win this race. So sprint win goes to Levi Jennings. Valthunder P2. You'll have to settle for that for the moment. Reisenhauer P3. Wilson does come away with P4. Florian P5. So top 5 all holding positions from qualifying. Joel Carnling then is going to come across the line to grab P6. Jan Ivanov 7. Paceto 8. Nick Neville is going to come across for P9. Good result for Nick. It's not the most ideal in the world. Well, I think he'll be pretty happy with that, to be quite honest. It's his second best result this season. I think he'll be reasonably happy. And we've got Jonathan Crossland 11, Philip Viverka 12, Brandon Fuller is going to come across the line for P13. I think he'll be quite happy with that as well. Once again, doesn't quite equal his best result. Best result was P10 last race. This is his second best result, so good race there from Brandon Fuller to bring home some good points. And we've got Scarlett Rihanna in P14, Fixed-Ree Amiria Jack in P15, Sandy Whitman 16. Derek Monteverde is going to come home 17, Beldy 18, and Bartek Kajewski in P19. Of course you should, Belly. Just don't push as much. Relax, let the car do the work. You're overdriving. Okay, everyone, so we will take a quick break while we await the second session to start. So don't go anywhere. We've still got plenty more racing to bring you. And we will be right back. right, we are about to get back underway again. I hope you didn't go anywhere, because we are about to witness some more wonderful racing. And let's crank up our grid walk time again. So now we got to do the grid walk once again, but for different cars. For a different order, rather, because everyone will be starting where they finished in the previous race. So the better you did in race one, the better a position you now start in this race. And there we go, everyone's set to the grid, and we're about to get ready to get underway. And there we go. I will hit all of the buttons. All right, cool. We are ready to rock and roll. There we go. Everyone getting ready to go here. Let's hit the starting grid. Levi Jennings still in the pits for the moment. Hopefully he does hit drive very, very soon. We don't want to see him missing out on a good chance at starting at the front here. But Val Thunder is going to challenge him the whole way in P2 at the moment. Car 995 ready to try and get a good start here now. Marvin Reisenhauer in P3. So we're going to see this top 5 is going to be the same as qualifying. Stanley Wilson, can he hang on to Reisenhauer in this phase of the race? Tire wear is going to be an awful lot more important now for this one. Florian Vohler holding on to that P5. Can he get ahead? That's a very good point, Val Thunder. Yeah, we'll take that on board. Two short formations might be a better idea. Joel Carnling up to P6. Jan Ivanov in a much better position now than qualifying in P7. Alex Pizzetto in P8. And Nick Neville going to be starting alongside Matteo Lorenzetti in 9 and 10. Why has the flags all done something weird? We're all UN people, apparently. Anyway, Nick Neville and Lorenzetti in 9 and 10, as we say. And Jonathan Crossland and Philip Ververken then in 11 and 12. What can they do from there? Too many UN flags. Yep, exactly. We are all generic UN people now, apparently. And Brandon Fuller in P13. That's a good start position for him. How can he make any progress from there? Match his season best for a top 10. Only time will tell. Scarlett Rihanna in P14 alongside then Brandon Fuller. Car number 35 then Fixed Street in P15 alongside Sandy Whitman. Car number 37. So all those next door neighbors in car numbers. Derek Monteverde then in P17 alongside Maxim Beldi. And had a bit of a tricky race one, which is very strange. I don't know why everyone is a UN. It's very weird indeed. Not quite sure what's going on. Bartek Kajewski. And hopefully he has a bit of a better race here today as well, because he did have a tricky race there in race one. Let's not go autopilot just yet. So the drivers are just about to get underway here very shortly indeed. And hopefully bringing the excitement for us today. Here we go. While they are on formation lap, let's just hit a quick short ad. We'll be right back with you. Right, go. So, as we prepare for this second race, driver's just on the hangar straight right now. We do have quite a while to go before we do get back to green flag racing. So, that was a nice little chunk of points that Val Thunder was able to get. And it extends his lead then ahead of Marvin Reisenhauer. Obviously, Levi Jennings will have closed in just a little bit. But with about 75 points and only 100 on the board, Levi Jennings is a bit of an outsider in the overall championship. With that gap slightly increasing between Val Thunder and Reisenhauer, the chances get ever slimmer. But if the positions stay as they are, the battle at the very least will go down to the final round. It is possible for Val Thunder to win today, but he would need a pretty big points haul and a very terrible race from Marvin Reisenhauer. So as long as Marvin keeps a reasonably good position, he can keep this fight alive to the final round, which we love to see. Good 2 hours as well of a final round, which is hard to beat. 2 hours of racing. Just think about how good we are to you, bringing you 2 hours of racing. It's awesome, isn't it? And we are coming around the final corner now, getting ready to get underway. Just getting another lovely drive-by of that wonderful Val Thunder livery just before we do get underway. And here we go. Everything about to light up. And give us a 45 minutes of racing once again. It is a green light. And it's a very good start from Levi. Val Thunder tries to go around the outside. Is he going to get ahead this time? Stanley Wilson with a great start as well, up to P3. Again, getting ahead of Reisenhauer. Val Thunder wide! Val Thunder wide! And he's going to have to take the escape road. That does then allow Levi back ahead, and Stanley Wilson sneaks ahead of Val Thunder. So Val Thunder down to P3, and Reisenhauer's right there as well. He might very well have a little bit of a gap down to Florian now, who has been dropped a little in this pack. Oh, Reisenhauer very close. to the back of Val Thunder. Don't touch him, please. But he's going to use now. Diving around the outside at Veal Chicane. Can he make that stick? What a move! Brilliant move there from Marvin, who is then now right up back behind his championship rival and trying to follow him as best as he can. Oh, hello, Miro. Bear with me just a moment. If you would like to, Miro, yeah, hop in the comms box. I don't know whereabouts you are. And I will have to share the screen. There he is.
Hello, yeah.
Hello, Mr. Miro. Welcome. And thank you very much for joining us in the box here today. So that was an interesting lap one. Once again, we are back to the top 5, holding position, even though there was a little bit of jostling for position there. But for now, it is exactly as it started. In fact, the vast majority of drivers are round about in the same position as they started, so not very many changing positions. Levi Jennings then leading the first lap of this race. Val Thunder 1 second behind. Flo was caught right back up. This is going to be an interesting race here today, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure. It seems that everyone is just waiting for each other. As you know, in a race like that, it's a 45 minutes race, so everything can happen in this race. It's a pretty long race, and yeah, as you can see, everyone is just staying behind each other, and maybe later, yeah, like that. Look how close the slipstream and everything is. Yeah, so in this race, everything can happen. So yeah, I have no idea what
and
is
it's
going
about
to
to.
happen now.
Flo!
Oh,
Woo! Tried a
woo!
little bit of a send around the outside of Phil Chicane, but Stanley Wilson, too smart, he knows.
Oh,
Oh!
oh my God! Hitting that curb was not
Yeah,
a good idea, to be honest. Of
no,
course.
that
Um,
sausage is always just going to launch the car, isn't it? So
exactly,
Flo
exactly.
just losing that little bit of time again. And so he's got all of that work to do once again. Alex Pacetto trying to
Yeah.
put a bit of pressure on Jan Ivanov ahead. But he's also come under pressure from Nick Neville and Joel
Oh
Carnley.
my God.
Almost coming together. A bit of a send.
Jesus. Yeah, this Mercedes here, a pretty nice Mercedes. Oh, here we are going into, I don't know what the straight name is, my
This
bad,
one is
chat,
the
but
Wellington
yeah, here we
Straight.
go.
Yep.
I like that too, to be honest. Here we go around the inside. Yes, that's absolutely an amazing overtake. Of course, the Ferrari is more lighter, it's better into the corners, but the McLaren is absolutely a beast in the straights. So he really needs to be careful because the McLaren is pretty close behind, isn't he?
Yeah, that's right. And I mean, I think Brandon Fuller will be very happy with where he is at the moment. I think he'll probably just be really trying to think about conserving position rather than really pushing. Whereas car number 35, he wants to get up the field as quickly as possible. So different goals here. But for now, Fixery in P13 and trying to pull away as best as possible.
Yeah, exactly. It's a chill race. Yeah, never mind. It's not chill at the
No.
moment. It's stress. It's stressing. A lot of pressure. Oh, I'm making a mistake in that corner can cost a lot of time here. Side by side into the left corner. Is the Porsche driver going for it? Yes, he is. He made a move around
Oh.
the inside, which is absolutely amazing, isn't it?
Good move there from Nick. He is up to P8. One position away from being able to equal his season best at the moment. Nick is having a great time here today. He is on fire, so hopefully we can see an awful lot more of that today. Tell you who else is on fire, Levi Jennings. He has extended that gap
Ooh.
at the front to 1.5 seconds. So some really, really good pace here from Levi Jennings out at the front.
That is absolutely amazing. With the Nissan GTR, it's a car that is not known to be this good. Honestly, it's a pretty heavy car, pretty good engine, but pretty heavy like the Ford Mustang. It's
True.
really mid in like the corners and really mid into the straight. You just need to flipping push the car to the limits.
I think driving a fridge would be easier. But I mean, Levi is doing exactly what he needs to right now.
Exactly,
And
yeah.
in all fairness, he is up against the BMW of Val Thunder, so kind of similar characteristics in those cars. Both front-engined. Um, so there won't be too many advantages of one over the other.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
Levi's got the
Well,
pace right now.
yeah. Here we go. Mercedes versus McLaren. Yeah, there's a very big difference between these cars.
Oh
Yeah, as you
yes.
can see, a lot of understeer there from the Mercedes. Jonathan. Yeah, that is not ideal, of course, to have that understeer. So, he's safe for now, but yeah, Lorenzi, he's yeah, well, braking later, which is good for the McLaren, but not good for the Mercedes.
That is true. How much of an effect do you think it has on the drivers? They're on heavier fuel right now from just doing a sprint, so how the car handles is going to be quite different.
Yeah,
And that's got to be tricky to get used to, isn't it?
yeah, it does, it does. I have a lot of experience in this game with a lot of cars. Of course, now my main is the Ford Mustang, a very heavy car, but a beast into the corners and pretty mid into the straights. But like, hey, if you take example to the Lamborghini and the Ford Mustang, yeah, never mind. Then you don't even match the Lamborghini actually. So yeah, well, if you take the Lamborghini on this track, yeah, you are flying like Max Verstappen.
Like Max Verstappen, yep, exactly. And,
Yeah, so no, not a lot of things are happening at the moment. Just chilling, like just like the car, it's chilling. So of course.
True,
Um,
yeah, I think everyone's kind of trying to settle into a rhythm here a little bit. No pit stops required here, so
oh,
any
okay.
overtakes are going to have to be done on track. Because this is the sprint weekend, we don't have mandatory pit stops, unlike our usual 1 hour races. So it's something a little bit different, and it means the drivers then, all of the action has to happen on track. You can't do an undercut or an overcut or think strategically. So what you tend to see is maybe a little bit more tendency towards risky maneuvers. But yeah, everyone's keeping it really relatively calm right now, and just trying to run their own race. Tell you who is looking to get a little bit racy though, Florian Voller once again finds himself right under that rear wing of Stanley Wilson ahead. Now Stanley was able to defend against Flo in the previous 25 minutes, but now he's got to do it for 35 more minutes in this race. We've already got 10 minutes down, but we've got 35 to go. Whoa!
Oh,
What happened
what
there?
happened there? Yeah, exactly. What happened there? I think, in my perspective, I think he missed the breaking point, and maybe he almost crashed into the. Yeah, well, Philip, I think,
Yeah, I think you're
or
right.
who was
Let's.
it? Yeah,
We're in replay mode right now, so we're gaining a lot on the car ahead. Took
yeah.
a good chunk of speed. Yeah,
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 look
it
at
just braked
that.
too late.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah, missing the
thankfully
breaking point.
didn't result in massive contact. Just a little bit of loss of time there for car 35. So both Philip Ververke and Frixry Emirjak are able to continue, thankfully. But
Yeah,
that is a good bit of time lost there for car number 35, and he's got a lot of work still to do.
yeah, yeah. That's very unfortunate, to be honest. You have a great race like that, and then you just aren't focused anymore, and then this kind of stuff happen.
Yeah, one simple
Yeah.
mistake and you lose so much time. So, yep, it's going to be a lot of work to pull all of that time back once again.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so far it's pretty calm. Just
Not anymore.
sniffing the gearbox,
Yeah,
sniffing the gearbox. Whoa, whoa.
I
Hey,
think Flo
yeah,
nearly
that's pretty
became part of
nice.
his. Yeah, nearly became part of his diffuser there.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
it's going to be spicy for a little bit.
Yeah. I can already feel the pressure from Wilson. He's trying to defend
Oh, down the
here, of
inside,
course.
down the
Down the
inside.
inside here.
Oh,
Oh, and no, he's not gonna make it because
no.
Wilson is absolutely defending with all of his power in the McLaren. Yeah, that's a really nice defense, and yeah, of course, Walner, he's gonna try again,
Oh,
isn't
of
he?
course. Of course. I think really at the minute he's probably just trying to put, Stanley into a compromised position, which then will allow him to open up a bit of a space. He knows how well he defends, because he did defend very well in the first race. So I think really Florian's got to push him into some kind of mistake. But for now, Stanley's doing a great job and defending exactly how he needs to.
Yeah, exactly. That's how racing is, you can mistakes and also you can just dominate the track. Obviously, as you can see, he's trying his best to distract Wilson to make a mistake. But yeah, I don't think Wilson is gonna look in his mirrors and just focus in front of him. But also, I can imagine the pressure is very high.
Oh, very much so. But I think I agree. We've seen Stanley being able to defend really, really well all this season. And he's not really someone that drives in his mirrors. He knows where to place the car. He knows how to just do everything right, defend really well. So while Florian is going to try absolutely everything he can to try and distract Stanley Wilson ahead, yeah, that's a tough call. I think this battle is going to go on for an awful long time, and that's good. That gives us loads more entertainment, doesn't it, Miro?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
That's the
yeah.
fun part. What did I see? Did I saw something? No, right?
No,
No, I don't think
yeah,
so.
there was a bit of a glitch, unfortunately, on the timing
Yeah.
tower, which did look like we had Sandy Whitman all of a sudden took the lead of the race, but
Yeah.
Sandy is down in P16 at the moment, so everything should be correct as of now.
Yeah, that's a lapped car, I guess. Which is he's still trying.
He
Warner is
is,
still trying his best,
yeah,
which is which is driving, of course.
yes, indeed.
And yeah, of course. Yeah, Assetto Corsa Competizione is absolutely a amazing game to drive. Very fun. I am grinding too much on the game now.
Yeah.
So basically I don't have a life, which is
Oh,
absolutely like this, of course. Like I'm saying, I don't have a life, and he almost ended his life in the car.
dead. Yeah.
Which is not ideal, to be honest.
No,
Um,
he's got all of that work to do again now. He's dropped down to 0.8 behind Stanley Wilson, so now he's got to work hard, pull that gap all the way back up again. After doing all of that hard work, so yep, he's put himself on the back foot once again.
yeah, that's very unfortunate. But yeah, he got this. His Ferrari is absolutely a beast, so no problem, man. It depends on the setup that he's using, of course. Everyone has a other setup since they all are driving different cars. Don't give me a heart attack, Pesetto, please.
Yeah, he once again
Yeah,
nearly ended up being part of Ivanov's rear wing there, but thankfully no
yeah.
contact. But yeah, these two are very close as well. This is the battle for P6 then. They
Very exciting.
are struggling a little bit to hold on to the battle for P4, so Ivanov and Paceto might have to settle for P6 and 7 here today. Yeah, you never know. Ooh, blue flag.
Ooh.
May very well affect
Hey.
this battle.
Whoa.
Uh,
Yeah, that is very dangerous having a left car in front of you.
yeah,
Um, yeah, well,
it didn't help an awful lot.
nope,
And Paseto's
nope.
going to use this then to try and gain advantage.
Yeah, well,
Oh, but
he tried his
yeah.
best though. That was almost his moment, but unfortunately, nah. Um,
Yeah, I think he wanted to stick the nose around the outside so that he would have the inside for Luffield. But yeah, it didn't quite work, so he's stuck back behind Jan Ivanov again. But again, this is probably another battle that's going to go right to the end of the race.
exactly. Yeah, well, Alex, come on, you can do it. The
Exactly.
hype, man.
Yep.
The hype. That's why everyone needs the motivation, the hype. If you don't have the motivation and the hype, then you can't do this. Um, which is not easy to do actually. Racing like that, racing close like that. It's pretty hard to do, to be honest, especially with the pressure behind you or in front of you.
For sure, it's one of those special skills where, hot lapping isn't necessarily the same as racecraft. Just because you're able to hot
Exactly,
lap
yeah.
in clean air doesn't mean you're able to race like this. But we're seeing some great racecraft here today. Drivers driving real close together, not touching each other, but having great aggressive but fair battles. So we're in for an absolute treat here, I think, as Lorenzetti now has caught up to Jonathan Crossland. So now it is Jan's teammate is the one under pressure at the moment.
Yeah, don't mind me asking, but who is in the lead of the championship?
So, Val Thunder in the lead of the championship at the moment. His championship rival, Marvin Reisenhauer, 20 points behind him and one position down. So, at the minute, Val Thunder looking like he is extending that championship lead. Levi Jennings, though, on track to get his first win of the season. 26 minutes to go. He got really unlucky in Hungaroring, where he was leading, but unfortunately, an incident with a blue flag meant that he sustained very heavy damage and had to repair in the pits, and that cost him an awful lot. But right now, he's got about 50% of the track completely clear in front of him. And
Lucky him.
a 2.9 second gap behind. I know. Yep, exactly. And once again, Levi just has that little bit extra pace over Val Thunder. Now we know Val Thunder really comes alive once the tire wear starts to get high, so it's not over yet. But for now, that gap is just pulling out and pulling out and pulling out. So right now, Levi in control of this race. Marvin Reisenhauer just dropping behind, can't quite hold on to the pace. Stanley Wilson also dropping behind Marvin as well. So Stanley, the best he can do today is probably going to be P4. Flo has dropped 3 seconds behind Stanley Wilson. So Florian Voller, since being right up behind Stanley Wilson, unfortunately, has started dropping off some pace. So he's not quite running the same pace as he was earlier. Wonder if the tire wear is really starting to take effect as Paceto goes for a bit of a move on Jan Ivanov, but it doesn't quite come off. I'm pretty sure, Beldy, I said 6-7, 8-9. Val Thunder should have a
yeah, I just wanted to say, chat, please.
Yeah,
if you hate the 6-7 joke, of course, don't take it personally, please. It was just a saying, to be honest. And of course, Doc.
That's
told
how.
them the
That's how us
has,
millennials.
advantage. Yeah, since the Nissan is not that good,
No, exactly.
and of course it's an older car. That's what I'm saying before. Yeah, the Nissan is not that great. It's very mid into the straights and into the corners because it's a very old car. So Yeah. Does that
True,
make
and
sense, or does that make sense?
no, you're right. And you know, while the BOP tends to even out the field, you know, yeah, still those little differences in performance, you know, are still going to come through sometimes. You know, because BOP isn't perfect. As
No.
much as it tries to really even out all of the cars, it's not always perfect at every track. Nico brings up a really good point. Val Thunder should have a tire advantage. The Nissan isn't very good on tires, being an older car. Yep. So there we go. From Nico as well. You know, because it's an older car, he's going to be using an awful lot more tire right now. I wonder, is that why Levi Jennings right now is pushing as hard as he can? He is constantly in those 58s. Val Thunder's not quite able to hold on, setting low 59s, but Levi's pace will drop off quicker. So this will probably be
Yeah.
one where we have to be a little bit patient to see that battle kind of really come to fruition towards the end of this race. But right now, gap 3.7.
Yeah. Well, it's great for Levi. Oh my God, the late braking move, almost
Oh,
taking him out, which is not what he meant to do, I think. Of course, that's not what he meant, but yeah, hey, almost killing um, Yen. Yeah, that's very very close. But yeah, hey, they are still alive, so it's all good. It's all
yeah,
good.
that's exactly it. This is, as we say, some great racecraft here where they can get their cars close to each other but not touch. And while GTE racing, you can get away with a lot of contact.
Yeah,
You know, it's a type of racing where you do generally get the elbows out an awful lot more. It is technically a non-contact sport, so being able to drive close to another car but not touch it is very, very valuable. And Alex Pacetto right now is doing everything he possibly can to drive as close to Jan Ivanov and really distract him, hoping that then that'll open a gap. But for now, he is still there. P7, 0.8 of a second behind. You know, he's just got to wait for that gap to open up.
yeah, for sure. Of course. I think everyone is sweating at the moment, which I can imagine. Racing for 45 minutes is not short. So yeah, it's you need to have that focus, which is also not easy to have. Is it, Maverick?
No, that's true. You know, and especially after just having done another 25-minute race just before this as well. You know, maintaining focus, maintaining consistency again is part of that package of being able to race well. You know, setting a purple lap is completely irrelevant if next lap you lose focus and crash into the wall. So consistency is key whenever it comes to racing, especially longer format racing. Now, while overall, really, this is a sprint type format. GTs race for 4 to up to 24 hours at a time. You know, but usually that's done as part of a team. But yep, still, the it's all very important. All these skills that you build up over a racing career. Max
Yeah, for
Beldi
sure.
says, battle for P17 goes hard, by the way. Yep,
Yeah, let's
exactly.
see, let's see.
Let's go on board with Max Beldi, who, yeah, is getting chased down by Derek Monteverde right now, car number 2,
Ooh,
80.
interesting with the Porsche 992, I believe.
Yeah,
Um,
a little bit of a
I
different choice.
yeah, it's a very different. It's a newer car. It has a lot of more power, but not pretty good into the corners. So I should be careful with the Porsche right there. Since, of course, be careful with the troll and be careful into the corners. Because it's not heavy and not light, so it's kind of mid, since the engine is all the way into the back. So if you try to turn into the corner too much, yeah, well, you could spin, which is not what you want, of course.
No, that's true. So, yeah, Beldi, I think, probably really wants to maximize corner exits as much as possible. And hopefully that then will mean that Porsche is kept at arm's length. But for now, Maxim doing a very good job defending for P17. I think, though, car 280 having a bit of an issue there. It is a yellow flag and drops a little bit of time, so that gives Maxim a little bit of breathing room. Lorenzetti trying to get into the top 10 here today.
Is that for points?
Points go all the way down to... Oh, I really should know this. P16,
Yeah.
I think it is.
Yeah, that's what I thought, man.
The sprint format, yeah. I really, really should know. Let's go. Where is scoring? Yep, there we go. So, round 10, 11. So, for the second race, points go all the way down to P20. So, yeah, some good opportunities for points here today. Everyone is going to get points as long as they finish. So, it is worth it to keep pushing all the way to the end here. And higher up, you get the more points. That is a Will Buxton, if I have ever heard one. To get the most points, you have to finish in the front of all other drivers. You know, starting P1.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah.
If you are finishing in front, then you are called the winner. Did you know that?
Yeah.
No way.
Yep, that's a Will Buxton right there. Sorry, Will Buxton, if you're ever listening to this, welcome to the stream. I would quite like an interview sometime and your autograph. But apologies for making fun of you. But anyway, so Lorenzetti also trying to put the squeeze here on Jonathan Crossland ahead. He's a little bit quicker than Jonathan, but key in, Jonathan knows how to defend, and he's just placing that Mercedes exactly where it needs to be, doing a great job. So for now, Jonathan Crossland holding on to P10.
Honestly, as a driver and a commentator, I am just chilling into my chair watching this race. Absolutely cinema, should I say this or what? Cinema,
Yeah.
Absolutely. I forgot my popcorn, unfortunately, but yeah, my drinks too. My bad, Math.
Yep.
I should do that next time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we need to make sure part of stream preparation. Make sure everything's all set up. You've got a good connection. Make sure you've got popcorn. There we go.
Yeah.
We're gonna need it because we've got 2 hours of racing next week. So yep, that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, of course. Oh, behind! Oh, what a spin was that?
What happened?
What happened?
That was really, really strange.
Yeah, exactly. But what happened? I have so many questions.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, here we are, side by side. Oh, contact. That's no idea.
Different one. Yeah, that was Derek Monteverde and Maxim Beldi coming together. Let's see, car number 28. So let's see. Let's go on board. So here we go. Oh, we just hold it. No, we hit the grass.
No.
Yeah, just held it on the right-hand side of the track just a little bit too long and ended up clipping the grass. That's upset the car and it spat it into the wall down the Hanger Straight. So, sorry, not Hanger Straight, Wellington Straight. And that is painful for Ververke. He loses a position then to Fixery in P12 behind. So Fixery up to P35, Philip Ververke down to P13. And probably going to be carrying a bit of damage with that one because that was a heavy hit into the wall, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's really unfortunate. That's that this car is called a racing car, not a rally car. Unfortunately.
No, we can't really handle going over the grass as well.
I don't think the suspensions can handle that type of things.
No,
but,
exactly.
You tried at least. Yeah, you could see it didn't handle that well. But yeah, so some things like that. It's so painful to see. I feel so sorry for him. I think that costed also a lot of damage into his car, which is not ideal, of course. But hey, he is still alive at least.
Yep, exactly. At least for now. And again, still has a good chance to get some good points. But yeah, it's gonna be tough. Nico says, taking bets now. Who will finish ahead? Stanley Wilson or Florian Voller. We are going to make that a prediction. Who will finish ahead?
Yeah, that's actually a very, very good
Voller.
question. Since
Yeah.
I don't know what the future is, but what I do now is that I'm enjoying the race and commentating with Maverick.
Oh yeah. And thank you
Hell
for joining
yeah.
us.
Absolutely no problem, with my pleasure, and I really wanted to do this. I actually wanted to join the server to race, but I was too late. So yeah, you
Oh
know
yeah.
what?
Commentary
Um,
is still cool anyway, you know.
Yeah, and hey, with my experience in this game, oh my God, what happened there in front? Someone in the Ferrari is just drifting. We are not in Tokyo, unfortunately, but hey,
He
nice
wants to.
drift points.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Um, yeah, it's
Oh.
pretty fun. It's really funny. Some of the times here, but yeah, hey, they are still very close to each other, almost banging
And
wheels.
they've
And
caught up to Florian because out of nowhere, while I was typing out that prediction, he was catching Stanley Wilson. But let's see what happened in the replay. Down in the field. Oh no!
ooh,
Oh, the
oh
car just
no!
under braking, just drifted a little bit too far to the right. That got him up on the grass, and that's just spun the car. So he's lost a lot of time. That's going to be very tricky now. He's got 12 minutes to try and catch back up to Stanley Wilson. Otherwise, that prediction is going to be very easy. So if you did make your prediction, if you voted for Florian Voller, which nobody did, then it'd be very difficult for you to get your points back. Florian, that was supposed to go right to the end. Come on, man. I'm gonna have to have words with him later.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. That is 5 seconds penalty for Ocon.
Yep,
Yeah. Well.
exactly.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yep. Ocon definitely deserves a penalty for that one.
Exactly. Yeah, I think 25 penalty points for Ocon. To be
Agree.
honest, I mean.
Yep.
Yeah. That was
What does
Ocon's his
Ocon even
fault.
think he's doing? You know?
Yeah, exactly. I have no idea. But oh my
Oh,
God,
hello.
dang, what happened there?
Yeah,
Whoa,
we've
some
got
close
very
racing
close.
behind. Mercedes versus McLaren. Ooh, this is a big difference. It depends on the driver, of course, and the setup into the car. Hopefully, well, the McLaren is pretty fast, so if I was the Mercedes, yeah, well, I should defend with all of my life, with all of my strength here. What would you do, Maverick?
Yeah, I mean, well, do you mean what would happen if I was in his position? I would brake too late and I
Yeah.
would go wide, because that always happens to me when I'm being chased. But what should you do? Yeah, really focus on making sure you're hitting your markers. You know, Jonathan Crossan has defended so well this race. You know, coming into the final 11 minutes now, what you don't want is to lose it all now. So, yeah, you got to really just keep focusing on hitting those markers, placing the car where you need it to be. And he's doing a great job right now.
Hey, that's pretty nice. It's pretty nice, isn't it? Yes, it
Very
does.
nice indeed.
Yeah, still, the two Mercedes are just behind each other. There's no action at the moment, which is pretty relaxing. Not for Jan, of course, because he has pressure, a lot of pressure from
So true.
Pizzetto.
He can't relax.
Um, yeah, he can't. He's sweating at the moment, I think. I bet he's sweating. But yeah, hey. Um, well, it's very exciting to see, isn't it?
Very much so. You know, this race really has brought it all, hasn't it? We've seen battles all the way up and down the field. You know, we're only really missing that battle for the lead right now. Which we have a little update on that actually. Levi Jennings is still in the 159.3. Is the only driver at the minute in the 159. So tire wear certainly is starting to set in, but Valthunder is struggling. He's already dropped into the 2 minutes. That late race battle for the lead that Nico promised us has not come to fruition, at least not yet. 9 minutes still to go, obviously, so it's certainly not over. But right now, that gap at 5 seconds and holding for the moment.
Yeah, that is actually a very good job by Genix. Genix.
Yes.
Jesus, my apologies, guys. My apologies.
Would you like
My
to
words
England,
aren't
please?
wording. Yeah.
Yes.
My words aren't wording at the moment, but hey, he's doing absolutely great. 5 seconds ahead, and yeah, of course, Passetto is still trying, but it doesn't work out. It doesn't work out. Since the nose of this Mercedes is so long and the engine is so big, it's so heavy, the chance to have a understeery corner is the chance of that is very high.
Very much so.
Yeah. Well,
So you got to watch out for
oh,
that.
yeah.
Jan Ivanov is holding on very close to Florian. Now, I don't think Flo got any damage whenever he spun the car. He basically just spun off on the asphalt. That won't have been wonderful for his tires, but I don't
Yeah, but
think...
it also can, I think, like, he spun, but it can also be that he hit something little and that he has a lot of well, not a lot of damage, but a little damage somewhere in his car, or um because what he had with the spinning, I think he had like yeah, his tires that just like, yeah, you know what, I give up.
Yeah, of course, they'll have melted a little bit, which won't be great.
Yeah.
Plus, I'm sure his confidence is taking a little bit of a hit right now. You know, he's trying to get back in the groove. You know, the tire wear will have spiked a little bit there too. So, yeah, he'll be on the back foot a little bit. Plus, Jan, now, he's got a target in front of him, so he's picked up the pace a little because he can see another car. Oh, hey, let's go. And,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, that can tend to really drive someone forward to really want to, you know, gain that position. So, yep, at the moment, Flo really not able to catch up to Stanley Wilson too quickly. And, yeah, no!
Oh
And
my god.
that time, Alex Passetto did make contact with car in front, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, actually, I don't think it was contact, incredibly.
No, not at all, not at all actually.
Yeah, phenomenal. So, he somehow managed to not make contact with that. So, good stuff from those two guys. Some great driving, and we are able to continue. Yeah, someone did pit. So, Derek Monteverde has decided to pit. Now, is that for damage, I wonder? Let's just go on board and see what... It didn't look like it was for damage, probably just for fuel. I wonder, oh, did he underfuel?
Ooh.
He might have underfueled, because it was just a 25-second pit stop, which does, to me, say that it is fuel. Because it's not a... Yeah, it wasn't a penalty or anything, so it's not for track limits. So, yeah, I think Derek Monteverde probably just ended up... Oh, it was a stop-go 30 for car 280, you're right.
Huh?
Or did he get the stop-go 30 during the pit?
Go, probably. He if he made a big mistake or anything.
Yeah, speeding into the pit lane, unfortunately, has resulted in him getting a stop-go. So he probably underfueled, and as a result, had to make a pit stop. And during the course of getting into the pits, gets a stop-go 30. So unfortunate for Derek. No! Oh, Alex Passetto makes contact with Jan Ivanov, and that is all she
Yeah.
wrote. That does then mean that
Ay, 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 ay.
Jan Ivanov loses a lot in this, a lot of time in this race. Nick Neville is going to get ahead of Alex Passetto as well. That was some good sportsmanship, though, from Alex Passetto, who thankfully did wait up and decided to not take position. So good sportsmanship. Clearly a little bit of a mistake. Obviously, these things happen in racing.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at the replay, though. Let's take a little bit of helicam. See, big old gap between Pacetto and Ivanov, but we gain a lot all the way through.
Yeah,
That's
with the
Abby.
lead braking there.
Yeah, and
And
then
then he wanted to go into the inside, but he mispredicted that move. And
yeah,
yeah, unfortunately, that just happened. That's just a race incident. But yeah, well, it's so unfortunate. That's just called racing, you know.
that's racing. It happens from time to time. We all get involved in an incident from time to time, don't we? Yeah, and then safe in P6 at the moment, but Lou lost an awful lot of time to Florian Voller ahead. Nick Neville is now the one putting Jan Ivanov under pressure. Nick Neville right now is potentially able to meet his championship best, and if he can get past Jan Ivanov, beat his championship best result of the season. So this race has come alive all of a sudden for Nick Neville. Great stuff.
Yeah, Nick Neville is driving with a car with no traction control, which is absolutely hard to drive. I needed to drive with that Porsche with no traction control in the biggest event here in Belgium. Yeah, of course, as a driver who is so used to cars with traction control, yeah, well, you can already expect what happened to me in that qualifying session. But
Yes.
hey, yeah, well, that's for another time. Here we go into the race. Well, yeah, of course, here just chilling in position to, you know what, I have a big gap in front and behind. I can just breathe. But it looks like he's also catching Jennings.
Yeah, so the pace right now, Val Thunder has dropped back into those 159s. Last lap was 159.2. Levi Jennings, a 2-minute flat. So there's only 2 minutes left of racing, so we're only going to have this lap and one more. So it's probably going to take a big mistake from Jennings to lose all of that time. But Val Thunder is the faster driver right at this very moment. My goodness,
that's what I
that
already
race has
expected.
flown in.
Yeah, exactly. It didn't even felt like 45 minutes, didn't it?
Yeah, it felt like last time I looked at the clock, it was 25 minutes remaining. Yeah, absolutely crazy stuff. So Nick's still holding on to this P7, doing a great job. He's losing Jan just a little bit, but Alex putting a whole ton of pressure on and trying to make his way through. Oh, it's wide from Nick though. Up on the grass. That's going to let Alex Pacetto through. And Alex takes advantage of that and gets back up to P7. So Nick relegated down to P8 for the moment. We are getting the confirmation now of being on the final lap of the race. Levi Jennings into Maggots Beckett's and coming down into Chapel in the lead of this race for this final lap. And his pace has improved and matched slightly faster than Val Thunder on that previous lap. So Jennings just needs to round out this lap. And let's go on board with him actually, see how we're getting on. And down into the Vale chicane.
Absolutely, he's dominating with a flipping old car from back in the day from Jen in the Gran Turismo days, from virtual to reality. That's a good reminder, of course, but yeah, now I'm very jealous of these drivers because now I want to drive on the track myself.
Oh, very much so, yeah. Oh, I do love this circuit. It's an absolutely legendary circuit. While, alright, you know, it is very flat, so flat circuits tend to get voted as boring quite often.
Hey.
You know, I think that for me, Silverstone is just one of those that will always be an absolute classic. No, camera, don't change yet. We don't want you to change. And Jennings rounding the final corner as we come up to the line, and he is going to come across the line and win!
And he wins!
Silverstone! Jennings gets his first win of the season. Boy, did he earn that one. He had to do it twice today. He led from lights to flag in the sprint race and led from lights to flag in the feature race as well. So Jennings takes absolute maximum points here today. Val Thunder having to settle for P2, but some very good points in the championship. He moves that gap out just that little bit more. Marvin with a very well-deserved podium there today. He's done a great job. A little bit lonely for a lot of that race, but boy, has he driven very well. He keeps that championship alive for one more round. It's going to go down to the final round. Stanley Wilson then comes home P4. What a race for him. He was able to defend Florian for the vast majority of the racing here today. Florian, he'll be a little bit gutted with a P5 there today. I think he had the pace for a P4 at least, maybe even following his teammate, you know, and finishing right behind him as the teammates sit and flash each other in the runoff there.
Mate, hey, you did great.
Yeah, exactly.
You too,
Jan,
man. Yeah, thank you.
exactly. Jan comes away with P6, Alex Pacetto P7, Nick Neville P8, Joel Carnling 9, Lorenzetti 10, Jonathan Crossland 11, Fixer Emir Jack P12, Scarlett Rihanna 13, Philip Vaverka 14, Brandon Fuller P15. I think he'll be pretty happy with that today. Sandy Whitman in P16. 17 is Maxim Beldi, and Derek Monteverde comes home in P18. So, that was some very good racing there today. Very good fun indeed. I absolutely loved that. I think this format really does work very well. And those in the chat, let me know. Did you enjoy that format there today? I think you know, sprint races in that way really makes for some very interesting racing. So we will move across now to interviews. So while we're waiting for other people to come in, Flo, you were following, you know, and inspecting the rear wing of Mr. Stanley, or Mr. Wilson rather, all race there. So tell me, what did you think of the detail of his rear wing?
I actually didn't look at it because I was more focused on hitting the apexes to get a better exit, but it didn't go out
Really?
like that.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm very, very surprised. So no, a good race there today. You know, you had the pace for P4, so I would say probably a little disappointed with P5, maybe. You know, but I mean, it's good points. You know, for the team overall, with Marvin coming home P3 as well. You know, let us know your thoughts about the race today.
Well, yeah, I think there was a bit more in it in both races. In the first one, I made a mistake by not changing the caster amount at the front axis, so my steering was not as stiff as I would like to have it. So I had a squishy feeling in the wheels, so I couldn't drive as aggressive as I would like to. And in the second one, I just made two mistakes. The first one was when he braked a bit earlier into the after the first straight, and I just wanted to avoid the collision. And the second one, I touched the grass on the hairpin, so I just spun out. Well, apart from that, the fact that I only practiced like 60 minutes before the race was like it's okay. It's still a good team result, and let's see how it goes in Zolder.
Yeah, exactly. So next time out in Zolder, 2 hours of racing. The longer format races, is that something you feel benefits you better, or is that a little bit worse, or are you looking forward to it in general?
Well, it doesn't matter to me since I'm used to double stinting tires, so maybe not in ACC, but in other series. But if it's only 60 or 120, it doesn't matter really to me. Of course, the race will be you have much more effort to do there. Need to manage the pace better, but it's basically just 2 60-minute sprints with a pit stop.
Yep,
So
yep,
we will see.
exactly.
Especially at Zolder, it will be. You need to really be careful in the chicanes.
that is
Maybe we
a
have
fair
a.
point.
We will see. Maybe I can do a wonder like a few seasons ago in Bathurst. We will see.
You never know. You never know. There's only one way to find out, and that is to get out there and do it. Well, good luck in Zolder. Thank you very much for joining us in the box here today. All right. That looks like that will wrap us up for today then. So thank you very much for joining us. I hope you all really enjoyed that. Miro, oh my goodness, that was some spicy racing there, wasn't it today?
Yeah, it was. I really enjoyed it all, and yeah, it was really fun to look at everything what happened on the track, and some were spicy, some were chill, and some were like unexpected. So yeah, I really enjoyed that.
Excellent, excellent. And we're going to bring you some more awesome action here in about 2 hours' time with Le Mans Ultimate. We are going to be bringing the Algarve circuit to you for round 9 here tonight. So please do tune in for that. We'll see you there. That will wrap us up for the racing for this week. Then I hope you will join us for all of the finales at the end of the season next week. So I have been Maverick. This has been Miro.
Yes,
There
I've
he is.
been
And
Miro
we have.
Beat.
Yeah, we have been Miro Reguibian, exactly. It has been an absolute pleasure having you with us today, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye. Thank you.